see Terry Finnegan leading the 1600cc class and being passed by one of the 5-litre V8s in this Gemini number 74. He's in fact a specialist single-seater driver, but used to run a Brabham. But driving his Holden Gemini and leading the 1600 class quite convincingly from car 64, an Alfa Romeo Alfa Sud 1.5 litre entered by Ray Gulson, but being driven by Chris Harrigan. Sorry, that's in third place. Paul Jones in car 64 is in second place in that class. So Chris Harrigan in an Escort, actually, in third place in the 1.6 litre class. But Finnegan doing a good job, because often drivers don't make a very smooth transfer from single-seaters to touring cars, but Finnegan in this case has slotted the car up into the lead in the class on lap 17. Behind him, or above him, in the 2-litre class, still being led by the Peter Williamson Toyota Celica, Michael Quinn, the driver of car 77, leading that class from the class winner at the Hardy Ferodo, Graham Bailey in the older Toyota Celica and the former Peter Williamson car, number 51, and then car 46, Bob Holden driving a 2-litre Escort, running third in that class. The 3-litre class being led by Colin Bond, being followed in second place by his teammate Stephen Masterton in 32, Bond in car 31, both of them V6 Capris, and both of them heading Barry Seaton in the... And there's Masterton, and with a flat right rear tyre, running off the track and in real trouble now, was running second in the class and trying desperately to look after the rim and get the car back to the pits. Well, I think he thinks that there might be a shorter way back to the pits, but there's all sorts of ditches around this circuit that could lead him into trouble. No, oh, look at him in trouble there. The car won't steer, but running back to the pits, trying to follow the vague direction of the track now onto it, heading to John Smale's territory in just a moment, so that the man slotting himself up into second in the class now will be the Barry Seaton V6 Capri, being driven for its first stint by Seaton's regular co-driver, Don Smith. That's car 55, will now be second in class. So here's the Masterton Capri. Real drama. Bad luck for them. They had a weeping head gasket at Bathurst, and after qualifying fastest in class and looking good for very respectable outright placing, they had all sorts of overheating problems all day. Look at the beaut bit of machinery. You move it in, and in one go, it does front and rear on one side. And they can, in fact, in a real rush, do a complete 4-wheel change in about 25 seconds.
The rear right-hand tyre of Steve Masterton's car shredded. He's been hit in the door as well by Mike Quinn. They changed the tyre now. He's been in for 25 seconds. Now, and only now, are they putting a new churn of fuel in the motor car and changing the rest of the tyres as well. This new jacking technique, which the Masterton team had worked out, in which the car rises on 4 jacks simultaneously, was supposed to allow them to make the change in just 30 seconds, but they've been thrown askew by this pit stop, which was far earlier than anticipated, caused by the prank. Stephen, what happened out there?
Oh, a slower car got in my way through the corner and apparently hit the back of my car and put me out.
Why? 57 seconds for Stephen Masterton in the pits, and that's a pity for him.
Well, you can see there the urgency of the situation as Stephen Masterton cut that interview nice and short. But back out onto the track again. Now will have slipped well back in the class. But the young boy's got quite a lot of ability, and it's quite a long race that'll run 2 odd hours, 95 laps in all, which is 304 kilometres. And he still has the chance and the speed to work his way back to a good placing in the class.
And here's what caused Stephen Masterton's problem. The rim, completely torn away, buckled into the tyre, incapable of staying on it at all. He's been hit hard, very hard indeed, and he's lost almost a lap on the track, which leaves Colin Bond now, the man out chasing Michael Quinn.